Hello everybody, this video is created by Websoft Creation. In this video I'm gonna describe you that how we can create the relationship between multiple tables and how to create the relationship between those tables. Unfortunately, we don't have any kind of strategy to implement the relationship of two tables like a primary key and foreign key tables. So in this example I have two tables, that is category table and services table. I make a cat ID, this is my primary key field, and in services table I have a cat ID, this is my foreign key field. So I have created a relationship between them. Now I want to get the data from this table, so I have to create a procedure that is a get all data. In this procedure I will retrieve those two tables data, and I want to merge those tables output in a single output. Let's see that how we can do this. And to implement or executing this stored procedure, we have two tables named with category and services, and I have to make the relationship and I have to put some output over there. In this example I will put the first is category and this is the development, and I have two related fields in the services tables like development. On category name development we have a category ID 1, and in this category ID I will retrieve two fields, that is ASP.NET and PHP, and at the time of two training then we will retrieve four fields, right? So let's see that how we can create the relationship in your front end, right? So web form, I'm giving this name multiple tables. Okay, now we have a web page. In this web page I don't want to take any data control to show up my output. First of all I have to make the relationship with the data set, and or you can say you have to put the connection string to the to connect with the database. So I have to put two namespaces to create a connection classes, that is using system.data and using system.data.sql client. Oops. And I have to take another namespace also, that is using system.text. This is my namespace name. So first of all I have to make the SQL connection by using SQL connection, new SQL connection, right? So put the connection string over here. I'm taking data from my local server, so I have to put my local server name, that is ./SQL Express. Then my database name, that is employee. This is my database name, and I'm login with the Windows security. That's why I have to use integrated security equals to SSPI. It is a way to log in by using the Windows authentication. Integrated security equal to SSPI. Now we have a connection string now, so I have to put is postback show data. This is my private member variable of this class. You have to put the definition of your method show data, right? I have to close this window, that's why it should be visible for you. Okay, now we have show data method. In show data method I will show the output, right? So how we can do this? We have to call the stored procedure, retrieve the output from the stored procedure, and store that stored procedure data in your data set. So create a data set, or to fill the data set you have to take an interface, that is SQL data adapter. I have to put my stored procedure name over here, and I have to put the connection. Now we have to take a dataset object, that is new dataset. Now da.fill ds. Now by using this code you have two tables named table and table 1. This is the default tables which will create on your dataset. Now retrieve the data from the dataset for what you want to make a relationship on those tables. Then how we can do this? Let's see. You can use a data relation class data relation, and you can create a relation between them, obj rel. This is the object, new data relation. In this class constructor you have to put three values, that is relationship name, second one is the column field name or your primary key field name, and third one is the foreign key field name, right? So string key or relationship, you can put any relationship, you can put any name, like websoft relation. This is my relation, right? So I have to retrieve the primary key field of a table. Then we have a dataset dot tables, and tables we have a name table. This is the default name, and what the value should be here, columns, right? So column, my primary column field name is cat id, so I have to put cat id value over here. Then I have to put the foreign key value also, so ds dot tables and the table name. Table name will be table 1. If you retrieving more than one table, then the table name will be in a sequence, like if you retrieving 3 tables, then the first table name will be table 0, second will table 1, and third one will table 2. So we have only 2 tables, that's why the name of tables will be table and table 1. Then columns, this is my foreign key field name, cat id, right? So still we have create a relationship between those tables. Then now I have to pass this relation to the dataset. So how we can do this? ds.relation.add method. In this add method I can put my relationship object, that is obj rel, right? Now I have to take a string builder class, str new string builder. You have to pass the empty string in this constructor, right? So I have to create a loop to retrieve the primary key values. Okay, so I can use for each loop. So your table, category table, will return multiple rows. To retrieve or to show your data of that rows, you can use data row class. You have to create an object of that class in ds.tables, ds.tables. My table name will be table.rows. I will run a loop to my rows data set table. So this row field, or you can say this row object, will return the rows of your category table. So I can print that rows by using str.append. I want a ul, this is HTML control, and the category should be come in a bold letters, so I can use bold string r.append. Then what to do? Row, then field name. So my field name is cat name. This is the field name, it will show the categories name, right? Dot to string. Then str.append. What to do? Close your bold tag, right? So still we give a loop to read the category data. Now I have to put a loop also, that should be inner loop, to retrieve the product or your services table. So to do that, I have to create a data row array, service rows. This is object name, then new. There is no need to take row my data row object, and get child rows. this method will return or retrieve the child rows from your services table, which is available in your memory. So it will retrieve the data from the memory. I have to put the relationship in this get child rows. So what I had made, that is obj_rel, right? So in this child rows, or you can say in this service rows, we have complete rows. Now I have to give a loop to read the values. So this is a inner loop also for each, and data row ser row, this is the service rows in service rows. Okay, now str dot append li, this is the control of HTML. str dot append ser rows dot, or my second field name is services. Okay, services, this is the field name whose data I want to retrieve from there. Okay, now str dot append closing HTML tag str dot append closing the unordered list which you have created already. Now by using the response dot write, we can show final output str dot toString. Let's see the output. This video is created by Websoft Creation. So if you want to know about more ADO.NET, you can visit our old previous videos, which are, I think those should be beneficial for you. Okay, there is any error. Websoft relation, this is my relationship name. ds.tables, tables.columns. Okay, it have an extra, bracket. Now refresh it. Okay, so we have seen the final output. This field is come from category, this and this. At this field, these values are coming from another table, that is product table. So still we have seen that how we can create the relationship between multiple tables written by the stored procedures, and how to work with the multiple tables. Thank you for watching this video.